Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. The time is running up. Okay. Then we will start the today's session. Okay. Okay. I welcome you once again. Lecture series electric power quality. So today we are going to discuss in unit 2 the some topics voltage sags and some interruptions, why that voltage sags and interruptions are present in the system, and how to eliminate that voltage sags and interruptions, then what are the causes for producing this voltage sags and interruptions, then uh, uh, then all other things we are able to see this. So last class we are already discussed about this something about that one. Then how much percentage of voltage sags and interruptions present in the system? Then who are responsible for that voltage sags and swells in the system? Okay, all the things. Last class we are already discussed. Okay, so now see this today. Then once again you have to see this voltage sag. I repeatedly so many times I am repeating this one. This is the sag. This is the sag. Nothing but this magnitude is ranges from, what is the magnitude ranges from? What is the magnitude ranges here? What is the magnitude range? At 0 point sorry, that 0.1 to, still people are joining. Okay, 0.1 to 0.9 pu, nothing but 10% to 90%. So nothing but it is not, in greater than 90%, 10% and less than the, see this, see this, greater than 10% and less than the 90%, some magnitude. Here we can call this as the magnitude. Okay, you understand this one? Okay. Now nothing but this range. This is at lower it is 10%, at higher it is greater than 10%, at higher it is less than 90%. Nothing but this is 1 pu, nothing but it may be chances that here 90%, 90%. So it will not come to the less than 10%. Now what is the time period here? Here this is the, see this time, how many cycles you will start at the, now see here, if you start at the 0.5 cycles to 1 minute. Here they can consider it as cycles. 0.5 cycles. Now see this. Now see this here. It starts at 0.5 cycles here. Yes. Then it will still present in the system up to the 1 minute of the time. Nothing but 1 minute means here 1 second is equal to 50 cycles. As you understand, 1 second is equal to how many cycles? 50 cycles. Okay. Now we can convert this into the number of cycles. Now you can see this, how many number of cycles is present in the voltage sag. If this limit is exceeds greater than 1 minute, on that time you can call it as the under voltage. At the same time, what is the magnitude level is here? Less than 10. Sorry, it is not less than 10%. So the magnitude ranges is also the 10%. Okay. Now see this. If it is an interruption, we can call this as the interruption for suppose. If anyone, we can call this as the interruption for suppose interruption. That means here that that magnitude level is nothing, maybe that magnitude level is less than 10%. On that instant, you can call it as the interrupt. The same voltage sag, nothing but this shape we are assumed it as the three purposes. Okay, we can consider this as the three purposes. Remember, three purposes. The same you can call it as the sag or dip. The same you can call it as the under voltage. The same you can also call it as the interruption. So then the graph is look like similarly. Whether it is a sag, whether it is a sag, 0.5 cycles to 1 minute, and magnitude is. And what is the magnitude range? What is the magnitude range? Here, that magnitude is 0.1 pu to 0.9 pu is the magnitude. If it is under voltage, similarly same, but the time is greater than 1 minute time. If it is interrupt, what is interrupt? If it is interrupt, that magnitude range is less than 10%. It stays up to the 1 minute. Now, if it is up to the 1 minute, you can call it as a short-term interrupt. If it is greater than 1 minute, you can call it as a long term. Yes. Okay, the same. Remember. So this is the some voltage levels we can consider as a per unit value. Now you can see this another side graph. Okay. This is side some RMS value. This is the RMS value. You can see this RMS value. So then you can consider this graph under motor starting condition, induction motor. You know that when starting up the induction motor, how to start that induction motor? You can start the induction motor by using some DOL starter, direct online starter, some resistance method, then some by using by auto transformer. What will happen here? At initially the voltage level is very low. On that time the motor starting up the induction motor, it draws the more current. What will happen on that time? The current, the voltage is drops here. The voltage is drop. Now see this level. Now see this level. It is always greater than the 10% P 10% R or it is greater than the 0.1 PU. Nothing but if they are considered the see here 92 to 94. If it is fall again here in this range, now that time you can consider it as interruption. So see here you can observe this gap here. You can that gap is made nothing but 0 to the here see 0 nothing but 90% only, it drops the 10% voltage only. See here it starts at the 92. If you observe that one, this is here 0 nothing but 0 to the 90% is there in the gap. So 90%. So only the sag level is only the 10% is the sag is present in the system. How much sag is present in the system? Only 10% sag is present in the system. Only 10% sag. After some time, it will after some cycles. So what will happen here? This comes to the normal level after some time. How many cycles it will take to reach the normal? 5. You can call this as a sag. It will only take the 5 cycles, 0.5 cycles to the 1 minute. Okay. Okay. This is the some sags. Now see here in the last class we are already discussed some chapters. We are taking some transmission system. Here you can see this transmission system. Okay, two-line transmission system. We are considered as a two-bus system. Yes, I think this. Yes, we have some transformers are there. Some transformers are there. Then you can connect into this. Through this transformer, connect into some parallel buses. Some you can A, B, C, D are the some parallel buses. some transformer. Then circuit breakers, circuit breakers, circuit breakers, circuit breakers. Then again you have also here circuit breakers. The last class we are already discussed. Some they you just simply consider some single line diagram of the some transmission system. This side, yes, this side we can assume it as the transmission side. This is the transmission side. This is the distribution side. Now this will cause by three ways. As customer here see this. The customer will cause the problem. Here this is the customer. Now see some customer. Sorry. Some customers. Then some parallel feeders. Then third one is the transmission lines. You see this how these customers will affect the SAG. How this way. Now see it. If there is any SAG appears in this line. So the circuit breaker is identifying that low voltage levels, nothing but these voltage levels, and clear that. But before the clear, now we already discussed that how many cycles is required to open the circuit breaker. It will require nearly some 5 cycles, and on average it requires the nearly 5 cycles. Okay, now but you can see this. It will start at the 0.5 cycles only. So what will happen up to the 5 cycles? So this will inject into the customer devices. So it may damages the equipment also. Okay. So now here you see this how to minimize that systems also. Now next one is the parallel feeder. For suppose if there is any problem here, some parallel feeder. If there is any some here you can consider as some parallel feeder. Or if there is any fault, the fault you can assume it as the short circuit fault. Nothing but single line to ground fault. Single line to ground fault. If there is some fuse here, it will clear the fault. But due to the sags, most of the cases fuse will not burn. You know that how the fuse is born. So what is the fundamental principle of the fuse? So when the currents are very more, on that time what will happen here? So the fuse will melt. But here what will happen here? The voltage levels are less here. Okay. So that time, so the fuse may fail to operate here. So that will come to the circuit breaker. So you can see this the time gap here. Then fuse is take some time to clear the fault. At the same time, the circuit breaker is also take some time to clear the fault. So for this reason, the faults are coming all these filters. Nothing but will inject all these filters. This may also causes some power fault issues. Then second one. Now you have to some assume that there is some single line to ground fault in between these two lines. In the transmission system. What will happen here if the so if the circuit breakers are cleared the fault. So but before that clearing the fault, some level of sags or some interruption is injected into this lines also. All the 4 lines. You can assume it as 4 lines only, A, B, C, D pairs. So after some time the circuit breakers are open. So now these lines, now another line is nothing but some 1 to 2 will supply the power. But what will happen in this distribution side? The entire feeder will lose the power. If the circuit breaker is open, what will happen here? This entire feeder connected loads are power shortage. Nothing but power cut off. We will face the power cut off issues. Okay. So In the last class, we are already seen that then how much percentages of that problems will occur. Nothing but will causes this sags in the system. Okay. Now today class, we are going to see the voltage sag performance. Estimation. Now see here. Estimation. See here. Very very important. Estimation of the voltage sag. Why you are estimating? Why you are estimating? The reason for estimating the voltage sag is you have to design the equipment to withstand the sags. You know the value of the sag ranges or the percentage of the sags that present in the system according to the voltage sag percentages as well as magnitudes that impact. So based on those some characteristics, we are going to design our customer equipments, our consumer equipments. So this will help to this estimation will help to design a better quality equipments. Okay, a quality equipment. It will helpful for designing a quality equipment. You can withstand equipment, withstand this sag. Nothing but quality equipment means here, or withstand equipment means here. Whenever the sag is present in the system, nothing but that will inject into our customer devices. And that time also, our devices withstand this sags. Otherwise, the entire system will collapse. Then there are some characteristics, some points to estimate this voltage side. This first one. What is the first one here? Now see this transmission side. We already discussed all these things, but you can go for some different way also. You know, so we can determine how much percentage of how much percentage of sags will causes in transmission system. So nearly of 31%. Nearly of 31%. So at the same time, we are also see the at distribution side. At distribution side, how much sags will inject into the system? How much distribution side? So it is of now you can see this in distribution again. You have two types. Some because of the feeder, parallel parallel feeder. It is of nearly 46%, but customers it is of nearly 23%. You have to calculate all the things before designing any device. Okay, the next one. Then you can see the sensitivity to the voltage, the equipment sensitivity to the voltage. How to calculate the sensitivity to the voltages based on this point 1 and point. Then fourth one is also important one. You have to see the now see this. You can also see the some economic solutions also improve the performance. Economics of different solutions could improve the performances as a supply system or within the customer. So better immunity means here. Now see this. We have due to some for suppose in our health conditions. We are facing some problems like some cold or cough. Even though their problems will occur, or nothing but you are facing their problems, we are still alive and we are working. Okay, so even though that cold or something, some fever, what may be, whatever it may be, that side impacted will not entirely disturb our life. Okay, similarly, if there is a sags or some small interruption, some sags are present in the system, nothing but that is injected into our devices, our working devices. If it is entirely lost, that is the problem. That is the main problem. Okay, that is the worst case, worst scenario. But even though the voltage sags or interruptions will inject into our customer devices, on that situations also our devices is going to work. So that is here immunity, that we can call it as here immunity. Some fewer voltage sags. You can see, I once again repeat that some due to some fewer voltage sags only. I'm not saying that if any type of problem will occur in the system, you can with the if our devices are withstand and working. It is not possible at all. It is possible that you can call it as some ideal systems. That is not possible. Okay. After some fewer problems, nothing but if the voltage sag is present at 0.5 cycles, it ended the some 5 cycles. Under small voltage sag situations or interruption situations, if the device is not withstanding, now the entire system is collapses. As you know that the entire world, nearly of nearly of I mean 80% are using the 80% people are using some power electronic based. You know that power electronic based are more sensitive to this voltage sags. The power electronic devices more sensitive to this voltage sags. The power electronic devices are electronic devices are nothing but whatever you are using, some cell phone or computers or some laptops or whatever, some automatic industries. So due to the huge loss is there, a small amount of voltage sags, if these devices are not withstanding, so you will get the huge amount of losses. Okay, so we can consider this some points while some designing the equipment. So you can keep it in mind and design the equipment. Then see this some points are again what is some area of vulnerability. Area of vulnerability. Now see this. A very important term in this one. A very important term here. You can see this. Very important term. This is minimum voltage ride through capability. Here, see this here. Minimum voltage and ride through capability. As I discussed here just a few minutes back, there is if you consider some inverter or some equipment, this equipment is hit by the sag. This equipment is hit by the some sag. Whatever the equipment, some inverter, okay, some power electronic devices or some PLCs, some CPUs, or nothing but some microprocessors, whatever, some equipment. The sag is hit or some interruption or swell, whatever that may be. So all the nature is same, all the so that but magnitudes are different only. The only difference between these three only the magnitudes. Sag is lower the voltage levels as well as higher the normal voltage levels. If it is 100% sag, it will only present the 10 to the 90% of this range. For suppose we can consider it as under voltage system, as well as more than the 110 volts, more than the 10% to the 90%. Why you can consider it as a why we are considered as a benchmark for 10%? In anyone, our power system is to withstand 10% plus or minus 10% voltage levels. If it is 230 plus or minus 10%, it can withstand. So the devices are designed to withstand plus or minus 10% voltage levels. Okay. Now see this. What is this minimum voltage ride through capability? So it's nothing but minimum voltage ride through capability is nothing but you can see this definition or whatever it may be. So the value at which our equipments are, see this, sorry, uh, yes, sorry. It's the value at which our equipments are withstanding capability. How much level of voltage sags will present in the system? Even though some voltage sags will present in the system, our equipment are withstanding. Nothing but able to work. Even though some sags present in the system, our equipments are able to work. So without misoperation and failure. As I said, if you have the equipment, some inverter equipment or something about that one. So that is it by the sag. So suddenly, I mean, it will not go into failure state. It can withstand some time or some cycles of operations. That we can call it as the voltage sag right through capability. Nothing but the sag 0.5 cycles to the 1 minute. We start at the 0.5 cycles. What will if the equipment is failure this 0.5 cycles? There is no use for designing that equipment. So it can withstand up to the some cycles. On that time, here the important point here on that time, on that withstanding time, the circuit breakers will respond and operate and clear the fault. So we can avoid the misoperation and as well as the failure on the equipment. If it is still continuous, then we will get the misoperation as well as failures. That we can call it as a long duration interruptions or long duration voltage section under voltages as well as the over voltages. So voltage right through capability means here, if you have some sags in the system, even though our equipment is facing or it's facing some sags, under situations also, our device is still operation. If it fails, then there is no use for some initial time. I'm saying that a minimum, a minimum voltage, as you know that a minimum capability, nothing but immunity. As I said that here, a minimum immunity is as we consider some example. First example, some our human body will get this some cold or something at minimum level. What will happen here? We are still working. It will not affect the entire operation of our human life. Okay, but it still continues and goes to some another level. What will happen? Our human body also is sick and will also take some rest. Is nothing but some failure. Failure in the sense here our human life is some rest. Here the failure means here the entire connection is failure. It's nothing but the equipment may damage or what will happen or something damage or there is some protection equipment there open and this device or something about that. Okay, so the minimum. So whenever you are considering any device, okay, it has some minimum capability to face the sags or interruptions or swells. Okay, a minimum capability is required. So here area, then how much area? You can see this some. We can divide it into this some. This is the, some distribution side. This is the some transmission side. You now see this. We can consider here, and this is the adjustable speed drives here because some motor contactors. Then not only the motors, because of this motor contactors is facing more issues here. You can see this more issues. Here, this is the area we can consider as a motor contactors. Nothing but voltage sag problems. This is adjustable. This lines you can see these lines will causes the area of vulnerability because of this ASTs. Now this inner you can causes the this problem will causes the because of the motor contacts. Nothing but motor large motor starting as nothing but some next motor starting. So the main voltage problems occurs in the system. The next one is the some now you can see this lines this area is based on the adjustable speed drives. So the main problems at very first problems will occur because of this motors, nothing but the single line to ground faults. So there is any short circuits. Okay, these are the some area of the vulnerabilities. Now next one you can see the equipment sensitivity. You can see the equipment sensitivity. Same, how much sensitive our devices. As I said, our equipment, semiconductor equipments are nothing but power electronic or electronic based equipments are more sensitive to voltages or sags, voltage sags, interruptions, and interruptions and swells. So our power semiconductor based equipments, you know that our cell phone is one of the semiconductor devices. Our laptop is one of the semiconductor devices. So everything at 80% of the people nowadays are using the semiconductor based equipments, nothing but the power electronic based equipment. These are more sensitive to this voltage science. They're more sensitive to this. Why these are more sensitive to the voltage science? What is the reason? Why only these semiconductor devices are more sensitive? As you know that in the semiconductor devices we are using diodes, we are using some thyristors, then IGBTs, MOSFET, okay, then thyristors, IGBTs, some MOSFET or some diodes are like that, diodes. All these are comes under this semiconductor. You know that thyristors, IGBTs, MOSFET and all other things are operated or some gated, or some, you can also call it as some gating pulses, or pulses we are giving some, you can also call it as some excitation or whatever, different terms. You can excite this one, nothing but you can gate it this one, or you can fire this one, nothing but then only it can operate, this device operates. There is voltage changes in this gated signal. What will happen here? What will happen? The on and off of this thyristors, it changes. A very small changes in this a very small changes in this gated signals. What will happen? The thyristor entire characteristics are changes. If that entire characteristics are changes, the performance of the entire circuit is changes. So that's why these devices are more sensitive to this voltage sags, swells as well as interruptions. And another second case. So these are drawing the non-linear currents. These are drawing the non-linear currents. That is also one of the reasons. Okay, so that equipments you are considering the sensitive. That is the first point. So not only the sensitive, more sensitive, you can also see that is the sensitivity. First point is only, but suppose you are only assuming some sensitivity, some magnitude here, then some magnitude. Second point, you can also consider the sensitivity at the same time magnitude of the duration. How many cycles if that voltage sag or interruption or swell is present in the system? How much time? Remember, how much time will stays in that power system is also the important quality. Then how much magnitude? You know that 10% magnitude is different from the 90%. If voltage sag is occur 10% range, if the equipment is still working some more time when compared to the 90%, it will withstand. The voltage sag is ranges from 10 to the 20% only. The voltage sag is ranges from 10 to the 20%. The withstanding capability of the device is increases. If that is 90%, what will happen here? The device withstanding capability is reduces. That you can call it as a magnitude level. Magnitudes here. Okay, that is the second point. This is the first point. This is the second point. Third one. Here you can also see the most important one: sensitivity, magnitude, plus some phase unbalances also. Phase unbalances also. During this voltage sag, what will happen here? Our phases, okay, or YB phases. The phase unbalances will occur. So 120. Some again this one, and then come to this one. Okay, the phase unbalances is also happen because of this voltage sags. Then why this phase unbalances is happen? Because of some transformers. Phase unbalances is happen in transformers. That phase unbalanced voltage is injected into our distribution lines. Then that unbalanced voltage is facing the nothing but the using our customer. So phase unbalances is also the important. First one is the sensitive equipment. How much sensitive our equipment is to face the voltage aircraft. So sensitivity means here the semiconductor devices. Then second one is here how much magnitude it can withstand our devices. Then third one is here, what is the third one here? The phase unbalance is also considered. You can also consider the phase unbalance. Then fourth one we are already discussed here. Then what is the fourth one here? Right through capability. How much time or how much what is the minimum voltage to withstand the our devices without failure or misoperation. You can call it as a right through capability. Okay. The next one we have to see the equipment. The last one we can see the equipment sensitive to the voltage sides. You can see this. You can observe this one. This equipment sensitivity. We are already discussed about this CBMA curve. The power quality problems is expressed in this curve. CBEMA, Computer Business Equipment Manufacturer Association. There is one another graph is also there. ITI is nothing but Information Technology Industry Council. So most of the cases in earlier days up to the some 80s and 90s time we are using the CBEMA curve. So then we can upgrade that curves and then comes under these curves, nothing but the Information Technology and the Industry Council curve. We are using this curve. And initially we are using the CBMA. Nowadays we are using the ITI curve. At the same time CBMA curve is also used. Upgradation, because why that upgradation? Our devices are upgrading day by day. So based on those, so we are also changing some characteristics to draw this graphs. We have to change some characteristics to draw this. Now see this time. Now see this. Some CBMA as well as ITI curve. Now see this. We have two different curves. This dotted lines. Now see this dotted lines. You can take this some red color. You can see these dotted lines. You can observe these dotted lines. Yes. These dotted lines will indicate the CBEMA curve. This thick line. Yes. See this this line will indicate the ITI. This straight line or thick line will indicate the ASD and motor characteristics. Motor contactors are motor starting and on and off. Okay. Just a minute. Okay. Now see these curves again. Just 2 to 3 minutes will conclude this one. You can see this curve. Then IT and the CBMA curve. Then what is this? What is this CBMA curve will indicate? Now see this here. Now see this here. What is this CBMA curve will indicate here? What is the CBMA curve will indicate here? Here see this gap. If it is so what will happen here? This is the running. So a 10% change. As I said, if plus or minus 10% voltage level is allowable voltage level to withstand any devices. If it is 230 volts, 230 plus or minus 10%. This is the allowable voltages range to withstand voltage. So you see this 10%. Now see this here, and 110%. So below the 10% also, you can see this curve. Below the 10% also, even though it will occur some nothing but this some here that is 10%, nothing but this is some 15%. Below that that 50% is that it will that even though that 50% also the system is 15% also the equipment is going to operate. Okay. Now see this. Now we can see this some CBMA curve is directly shows it. Now you can see this ITI curve. You can see this ITI curve. I can draw the some RMS voltages here. Some say here. See this. some different instances, instance, a sag is occurred. What is it? A different instance. Here, see this. This is one instant. You can see this. This is the second instant. You can see this. Suppose so on. This is the third instant. Different instances will occur. Now, ITI curve will indicate the different instances. CBMA curve will indicate the that only one instant. Then ITI curve will indicate the different instances. You can see this different instant. So this instant a voltage sag is occurred. Then clear that after some instant, then again the voltage sag is occurred. After some instant, it is cleared. Then again the voltage sag is occurred. After some instant, again it is cleared and voltage sag is occurred at different instances. So that occurred in the power system. Then on that time, how our equipment is withstanding carefully, how to withstand that our equipments. That will indicate by using this ITI curve and as well as CBMA. The next one, we can see this this adjustable speed drives as well as motor carriers. You know that. Then how to motor contactors. These two will depend upon the customers. These two things will depends upon the customers only, because of the because the motors and all other things are using the customers more often. These are the typical right through voltage sags curves. These are at only one instant will occur in the system. How the withstanding capability will happen. Then if there is some different instances. Now see this voltage level here. The 70% nothing but see this. A 30% drop here. 30% voltage sag is there. 30% voltage sag. On that time also, how much time it will withstand that one? Now can see this one. How much time? After some time it will gain the voltage to then 10% but here 20% voltage sag is there. Here the 30% voltage sag is there in this case. Here in this case 20% voltage sag is there. Here in this case only 10% sag is there on that time also. If the device is withstand this levels voltage levels, so that will represent it by this. Okay. Hope today's session we are completed this one. Now once again series we are discussed here. So estimation of voltage sags and performance. Now next class we are going to see how to minimize this voltage sags. Okay, next class we are going to see how to minimize this voltage sags and all other performances. Okay. Okay. Now see this.